me pese ye share Liverpool adne Mo Salah buhaha no abrante mo beka nan say Liverpool games no ba be 3 some me kind year ni nyina no Liverpool ade omo lineup ebeba no bench omo bo ni nyina no Mo Salah enka ho ena abrante ne ko ka say no atena se ho say enema na ekona say obu otimi aso won hyede mfiri no to ombe so ya na omo yi ne free eyetinum akofa nsempi ade abane mpese he sai issue no kakra bia ye other issues so mpese ye dia no etum na edi nkomo no etimi ade mamo fifth man fedo ha sanso na Bismarck o tuba mpa ya la omuna no atena sempani for good morning na bibia boko de
me adom me hoye pa me so hoye
na me adom na me gusu shira ya la good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Now what you saying?
Oh, nyame adom ya. Maybe I fine.
E de nyame ase. Ma me sha se fam fi ho. Mo Salah ane Liverpool sensemi. Nse ba ye ncheda eni nkomoni ye, ene mpese di nkomoni ye pa. To me de me mini Mo Salah ya adwen. Minimum ayala. Abrante ne nsema ko kan ebi so o point there ba bi o ko gina kan asem no. O professional enough and any sem go gina ho. O ka minim ba bi a so gina na afi yeni nkomoni fa emfi ho.
The way I know my economy. Now you anticipate a BBC.
Okay.
But these are my thoughts. First of all, sir, we a coach of any big club. Nase opese otache the superstar in the team. Then you must be ready, say, the moment you do that, you get results. Because you don't just touch poster boys. You touch them and you must prove why you touch them. And the ultimate proof is a resource. Nancy Zabi Alonso now ordinance Kaka Vinicius Jr. If results were going well, nobody will mind Vinicius tantrums over through, because the team is bigger than any individual.
As a result, no matter the fans will come at you.
Me, with my experience in life, me Gitum say Mo Salah was able to make those comments because after touching him, results in him back. And Onyaku could only put to go and say it. Because and Kasadia, oh yes, the moment you do that, then you are trying to say if even results are good, now we want the idea and results like good. Will you want to create the impression say you are even bigger than the club? And see, the enormous impona say, oh, Mbobia. I can say things are not done right. No, nobody will do that. And Mo Salah Onyaku to go and say what he said after the Leeds game. It was after a 3-3 game. Liverpool went to me and say, and you see, I didn't know Liverpool has started winning. And then the man in Yaku do go now you see the issue of in some now or kind, time now or kind some. Was it right or wrong? Me say a subjective though, but a case of psychological term, a case of say what trigger obi stimulus. For instance, Rich, yet you is here. Under no circumstances now be the matter.
Because BNC.
But me rush studio and I'm a power in this one. You act in an aggressive way because why should I be able to do that? And me from my background, before me baby Bibiano, you must know say a stimulus and a reaction. Bibi trigano. As someone Mohammed Salah go kan me sure say he wanted and conform wa bonting to be more involved in the topic of say a bench no. So that the baby amra coach or the mates in a bench, you are not saying enough. Results in and yes, or the mates in a bench, you know, make you or the mates in a bench results no ma. And to me, say I'm not the problem, but so be anchor me take the opportunity to say it so that it becomes a conversation at the club. That is what he has triggered. And you can be on the side of diplomacy, professionalism, and can only team no only teammates. On your more respectable to the dressing room, legitimate concerns. But sometimes do you instigate reaction with these things? Now, Rich, okay, then according to James Pierce, almost say Richard Hughes, our the sporting director of Liverpool, was very, very influential in telling Anna Slot say game near Kwakobo in Tania Fasalanko after making those comments. Wow.
So then you're coaching the decision.
No coach in the decision.
Okay.
Say a coach in the technical, but what James Pierce, yes, what the James Pierce can say, they were more integral.
Okay.
And even Anna Slot Becca say yes. Those discussions in in making a squad and it's an monument. The bar stopped with him, but and just said they also don't influence those kind of conversations, you know. And he came back to say, look, after what Salah did, the club has also shown him. Say Obi yesi abuano say onya no wanka wa onyo ne senchira. And he said if Salah was trying to instigate a reaction, expecting Liverpool so many weaker. Rich, I think they've shown him they are not weak. How many weak people? And it's okay, and then we succumb to you. And an open when I was about entering the studio, now me read James Pierce article be our athletic. And I think that Gabby said it. Say, and I slot to say, since Mohamed Salah come make his comments now. The representatives, any Liverpool representatives have had conversations. Onu and a slot, any Mohamed Salah personally have had conversations. Now, and oh, Crazy, they are going to have another conversation. And Salah conversation, and a bit whether Salah will be part of the team against Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, Rich, you see,
in conclusion, yeah,
me follow Obia Kasa, especially Anna Slot. Oko Italy no. Oko hem koma odi fa Salah ho. Ewo ne conversations, me can the pre-match and in the post-match press conferences in the Champions League. He is expecting Salah to apologize. But he's not saying it directly. Now Salah also say in day na no interview they say, oh, Pisa, you will get the opportunity to say goodbye to Liverpool fans, you know, in front of them, our Anfield, in a game against Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, what it means is that, Sir Anna Slot and him says Salah will want to appear on the pitch on match day and say goodbye by Sobeko Park. So no one says so me ko Afcon aba. Say Sadia na Salah can say who here no party and in the conversation I know today no. Brafum na dia also ye bia no mo adwene mo yedu na ye na me ma opportunity to say your goodbye before you go to the Afcon.
Okay.
Inti me the excesses of the Arashara aka, the Jimmy Carragher aka, and only obi adwene kire me so metima kire ma adwene bi. But I heard the way conversations in the corner. Salah wanted to instigate a conversation. Liverpool has shown strong hands in dealing with it. And Mijidi said Salah was able to instigate because now results in back. And the conversation today will determine it. But Kame Ben Salah na mutu nufwa. Kame catch and say, Odo Sako woman. They've shown you they are not weak people. And he said, if you really meant to say open opportunity at Anfield, I say goodbye and son wako AFCON now. Between our last game and it's over AFCON about a lot of things can change. Over no master, but I son have to get some opportunity no and to put the case to bed. No when you assume Jacko AFCON no. Opa oko mu anaslota admits
and apologize.
Say manyen woman.
Bramo kopim se dumienu ebebo. 3 solid hours agudem nsam ko a. Yaba shase de afin ko fokroso na yabe wi adwumadie no ewo eye efie. Ebran nsam awdo na ebe fifie nso no etimi aba awo adwumadie no so wei eye the weekend edition of Nhyira Digital Passports na yetin konyamu a atiefo yabo nsam no na yede ebramo as usual. Munim se do weekend a collabo no na enyasem kitokra. Garbage Ram Gabi the foreigner and the Costa. Omeka bum no de akọ amanene ansa de nyakwan na abidafonso aba be kame ho na ye ransom no di nkomo no etimi edi amamo entimi samo bra YouTube Nhyira TV oba na wa share dwumadie no di amame no wa subscribe wi na do message no account de obasa wo ka na yenkan wo show no so mfa ma wo no aha and one seven na wo ka no o de efa YouTube Nhyira TV na garbage am de ekwa am nearby be kenkan ni na no etimi edi amam sesei o he omre na nonkron aba pa wosima no edu enwatwe na yemfo nsam no hyehyɛ so na afi yehu sɛ de hunsam no enso esi ekɔ this weekend de tene sɛ games ho EPL no Chelsea ebebo Everton, Liverpool, bebo Brighton, Arsenal and the Wolves bebo na Crystal Palace abo Man City, Manchester de bebo on Monday. La Liga so no Barca bebo Sasuna, Deportivo Alaves Everton FA nomo atwen almighty Real Madrid and so our near La Liga Spain Serie A so no our Italy Milan bebo Sassuolo, Udine bebo Napoli na Genoa and so abo Inter. Any games I can in and so a hun samoha. Every sam common in the nano, I would jumadi. As for Germany, dear, the tennis a Bayern and a men's 05 and a baba, and also Hunkomo, Ewahana. The good news at the man Mohamed Salah and Liverpool fans in the na and it's finally a brand first Mohamed Salah. Nyamiya Doma, Liverpool teamer, Wamu Edi Asia, Brighton and Hove Albion game, no, Pamcho, a brand no. Omo adding to the squad ekobosa game na and also the sound common no eba Real Madrid so yes Zabi Alonso or the backing of Mpenifo no as Mpenifo say dwuma no panini ye no ne kwaso ano nti omo so etan nechi Enzo Maresca no the month of November Mpenifo ehwehwe mu na no mo kire say among the coaches omo yi no de aka ho no opani na bo adwuma pa into the month of November no ono edna ya name as manager of the month and so etie for honsamo ha indi na no yede san komo no ade ebebrom na ya befie anu be catch them as sports minister sports and recreation minister Nhyira Kofi Adams ekọ parliament at the sports development fund bill no ekoto parliament anim say omun deliberate on it na yenhwe kwan ha ebefa so a anu so no ebetimi abeyemra na Ghana ya hwe ebra no so betimi aboama ya wo kanse hu nsam etimi akọ eye esro anu so nsam ya besa agebre na ya cheche adwen ede afan House of Folk this week obi a otie show bi ya beka kire mo say na omo di players ne ka 3 months later before be confirming so omo tie sika no ede ama eye players ne be mama update as you say sika no players no monsaka ana omo ensa intimi enka Ghana Premier League nso no Monday 14 sign atwa so ehase enra Lions etifie ema Ediana ekotwa ne kaba ko a wantimi anti kan and the House of Folk any nations and the bobona ochina Kumase Krobia Asante Kotoko omonso trenfie atwen Dreams FC any games I can in nanity for yatena weekend edition I mean Nhyira digital passports ya bobo ni nano na yede ebremo nemum gise gabi the foreigner and the Costa omedi enhyase efi amanene I was good morning.
Yeah, Kwabena, good morning.
Now I want to say
oh nyame adom ordinance wache.
Okay.
Yeah, ba. Bende.
Okay. And the Costa.
Jalo.
Now what to say?
Oh nyankopon adaro ma me ho den.
Ghana just here for
See you wake up.
Okay.
Afcon yanko be ha adwen pa but. Wake up na kata bibia so.
Nkebe ko Afcon na yen qualify for the World Cup. And they say be ko World Cup na yen ko Afcon o de na gabe.
O question me answer ni two.
No problem.
Yes or no question obi say me no.
Okay.
Wake up on there on say switch Afcon no. You ko wake up na yanko Afcon anya hwe. Na mum so obeka 2010 e South Africa. Yinti e boy homodin pa no. Obeka ye boy Afcon no January e South Africa. 2010 yebo Angola
Angola
the boy na say me be say 5 months time
and you go World Cup
of course and na form and Angola e ko final so we ka ya the Afcon boy
ba World Cup go di quarter final
yeah
in the film
the wash away ni preparation be some way
because he nya enough matches e be boa Ebema equipe players in cheap.
Nti okwa Afcon I think a benefit of benya bi ne. So okwa wake up na preparation be come.
Okay, but there World Cup here World Cup.
And they say nya qualify.
Okay. Now go to our ticket World Cup no. As one ntwa unya visa wo.
Na. What ticket in the
There
price?
Oh,
ticket in the prices in India.
And me gain.
Na
there FIFA for ne yen.
Yeah, Emma asamno kra yare hodema. Yeah, wa Ghana akra yes. Europeans na nka say so ticket no.
Omo brof no.
Omo say the boy
so no of me met Ghana have them.
Omo say the boy thing. Eti ama ayebi bi ho. Enya better kra prices in buy. I think the award from Kwara name says 1,500 me boa.
Yeah, I'm say 1,000 4,000 yeah.
I'm from Kwara.
I'm against Panama.
Yeah, Panama there.
Yeah, Panama no.
Yeah, can be there.
I'm say
ubipia come and you know.
This World Cup now. Yeah, very expensive.
Say Jimmy Muti
traveling no money.
Babana. Say Jimmy Muti.
Oh, uti ba.
Uti there. Send here. You be kwa ko commentary ni say nyam take it nyam ya na beto and then you mum prepare
twa ticket ni na
ntwa ngum na ye ni pass na e contingent no
oh sisia de mi ntwinche but
uti ngofo
aha say ho na kam de ba no uti kasa de mu Yes, I say. I say
Zoom Sports. Now say ya kwa outside kwa ye obi. Enti ye betwa fi on na
fa obi ni eni echi.
Sania abrotie fo ni tie free Ghana ano. We ye be ye no we
Ghana for
free Ghana na akwa na so beto no.
Da bi ye be ye free wa ba.
No go so je say do obi ni be kwa na.
Na e ho obi de enye problem. Network wo hom kwa de ho obi nye problem. Momo de na am be ye no ha na hu hia. You know, yeah, I
tell from Pamcho, yeah, company nearby.
Farmer so ya the update no e the event we dey answer about journey e wo YouTube handle we dim say yeso ne yakato say say adwuma deɛ no nyinaa live YouTube handle and to kwa now do comment na dia bana fe we message so so every pen yet making kenny nyinaa dia ma wan hihia wodo nyinaa so na ene matches awodo ni bi etodwa nyame no ne no ada game ba ko etodwa Terence Ria eno ye leche bobo kono wo mni pizza ana edisia na okono ba we na teze pizza ate ada select ate pizza bo ma tra ba ko a wo man so entime antene aramate saka nyinaa etwende towi no bobo kono mo tenafie wo mni kagla Cremonese ana edisia ni wa abra Parma enso tenafie wo mni SS Lazio ana ebo Cagliari Calcio ebe kwa akoto Atalanta na feso mu game na tima twene no matisa etodwa ne etena da matisa aka awo Terence Ria na AC Milan womu tenafie wo mni Sassuolo na ebo afia ba benya Fiorentina womu ene hara Zoronya na yanya Udinese womu ni SS Napoli afia Genoa ene Inter beba na afia yanya Bologna womu ni Juve game no etodwa ntia no ya big game etena da no so eba so Monday Night Football yebenya AS Roma wabra womu ni Cormo enso adiesie ne ntia no ya matches betodwa awo Italian Serie A na womu league log no mika say AC Milan no boboko no womu no omu lead after 14 matches no womu our 31 points after Napoli our 31 points womu atosumi no miensa Inter boboko no womu 30 points and after 27 points no anso ekra AS Roma womu toso enai enum no ya Bologna boboko no womu 25 points no nkoma kakwa so a anso league table no film edi eba ntena to ne dia abranta de Lautaro Martinez and after Christian Pulisic to nyina no ekra 7 goals after 6 goals no Hakan Çalhanoğlu and Ricardo Oslane womu nyina ekra 6 goals Nico Pass and after Federico Bonazzoli womu nyina enso ekra 5 goals after abranta de Kenan Yadas enso ekra 5 Rafael Leao wokra 5 Zambo Anguissa and Andre Panamante womu nyina ekra 4 no reporter eba dwumadi so na no pe no ye ka che kakra edi dama minko German Bundesliga na minko kodi nkoma kakra another game back etodwa abi love the komo kodi senseme entena miensa na Union Berlin edi momom so etimu bako afe ene matches etodwa say ana komo no esitia Borussia Mönchengladbach omo trefie womo Wolfsburg bobo kono edi seri na fe Eintracht Frankfurt womo anso ni Augsburg game no etimi atwene tiedi ofian womo ani Hamburger SV ana ebona fe nya St. Pauli womo na Daniel afe Leverkusen ani FC Cologne na ebo enteno ya matches eba so ne etada Borussia Dortmund womo kwa kwatwa Freiburg afe Bayern Munich betena fe womo ne Mainz 05 ana afe yanya Werder Bremen womo anso ni Stuttgart ebobo kono edi seniti sapepepe ana Common City German Bundesliga eba ntena to no dia say na esi etia okay before then mame for league table no enfamo Bayern Munich bobo kodi lead after 13 matches womo our 37 points after yanya Leipzig womo tosumi no womo 29 points 28 points no ekwa Borussia Dortmund womo toso miensa and no Leverkusen bobo kono womo 23 the same points and ekwa tie de ofiana womo toso enum ansom ewo ho na eba ntena to no dia Hurricane ekwa 17 goals abante de Jonathan Baggett enso ekwa 8 goals after Dennis Undaf ekwa 7 Harris Tabakovic enso ekwa 7 Luis Diaz ekwa 7 waba benyam Bungatina wado ekwa 6 Michael Olise ekwa 6 Asana Said Mala enso ekwa 6 enti nkomani ni na no pe no yakache kakra adi adawo dwumadi so mame ko friendly and quickly na mini nkomani kakra oko friendly ana ewa ye teye pa Stade Rene ene womo ane Stade Brassois ana this year ne afa met bobo konomani PSG Paris FC womo ni Toulouse bobo ne enti na 3 matches na etodwa etinada eno so matches akani na etwende ene ye 5 matches ye be no Olympic Lyon womo ni Le Havre na ebo AJ Ojio womo ni Lille Topo ebo Asu di Lyon womo anso ene OGC nis na this year ne Strasbourg ene Laurent ebo na fe ye na AS Monaco womo kwa kwatwa Olympic Dumase no be game tima twende eno ye nkoma etodwa awo aye friend league ana no pay make atre edi adamo Asu di Lyon bobo kono womo na LED the league table no awo aye league an 34 points ne club 33 points ekra PSG womo tosu mi no Olympic Dumase atosu mi ensa womo 29 points ana fe Lille Topo atosu 9 womo 29 points after 24 points no enso ekra Lyon bobo kono Adam Stade Rene our 24 points womo tosu Asia, Mason Greenwood, Ekra 10 goals, one na Chelsea Olidi, Pinacelli, one also Ekra 9 goals, one also Atos Mieno, and also Esteban, Lepo, one our 8 goals, and Sana West side, and so our 6 goals, Wababenya Bantan, the Ilan, Kabel, one also Ekra, 6 goals, and Sofiane, drop and so cra 6, Atas Bantan, and the Romante Casello, one also cra 6, and a Bade Bacola, woman now to 5 goals, 5 goals, 5 goals, and a Chelsea Cromanti, and Ian Coma Etota, our friendly, and no pay, Yaketri at the Amao.
Okay, quickly, you're free France now, Yantuaso, Spain. Now, my main fan to him say weekend where matches are Ebaso La Liga, no. My main fan to him say Andra Omugame Bako Ebaso. Now, Real Sociedad team Andra El Rally Arena, El San Sebastian. Womulusu 2-1 Edema away side. You're from Girona. Now, Andra Portugal, Omu player now, fan say Gonzalo, Anasa Bratia fan say Gonzalo Guides. One of share first goal Edema team from say Real Sociedad. And when she Abratia fan say Victor Sikankov, Eba Tekano, Edema Girona, and son of Victor Sikankov, as the second goal. Eba Besoso, and the Andra Girona team no away from home and from a goal down, we need 2-1. Editia home side, you're from Real Sociedad. Now, and watch you, and that's Saturday. Mami Fatuan said your 4 games are Ebaso, our Spanish La Liga. Now, the testing Yamiadma and area 1 o'clock p.m. Atletico Madrid, Ebertrefi, our Civitas Metropolitano Stadium, Woman Valencia, and Ebo, and watch about 3:15 p.m. Mallorca, Ebertrefi, Amubo Elche, Afedia Tense FC Barcelona, our Spotify company, 5:30 p.m. Woman Osasuna, and Ebo, now for about 8 o'clock p.m. Our Estadio Coliseum Alfonso Pereza, your Getafe Elfie, Woman Espanol Ebebo, Yanko Paya Duma Ochina Sunday, 1 o'clock p.m. Sevilla, our Estadio Ramos Sanchez Pezjuan, Woman Ebo Real Oviedo, and which is Celta de Vigo, El Abanca de Balados, Ochina 3:15 p.m. Woman Athletic Club de Bilbao Enebo, Nafe Levante Atnefi, our Estadio Ciudad de Valencia, Ochina 5:30 p.m. Woman Bob Villarreal, Afe Deportivo Alaves, our Estadio Mendizorosa, 8 o'clock p.m. Omani Real Madrid Enebo, Yanko Payadma Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. Rayo Vallecano Atnefi, Woman Botime from Real Betis. Now, Mami Fantumani say after match week 16, our Spanish La Liga no, a Barca and a Dikai. Now, Barcelona team Okuta 40 points, and what Real Madrid at Tosumino, one more 36 points, Villarreal Tosumiensa, a more 35, and what Atletico Madrid, one more Tosuna, a more 31, and after Espanyol team no, one more Tosu Enuma almost 27 points. Now, the team say Pichichi, a top scorer, I was Spain now, Okwala Liga Ganima, a Kylian Mbappe and a Dikai, was just 16 goals, and what Ferran Torres, our 11 goals, your Robert Lewandowski, whenever at Murugi, woman Asha 8 goals, and what Julian Alvarez, Asha 7 goals, Alberto Molero, Eta a Young, after Abrante Fence, Rafael May, and Juan Hernandez, woman Asha 6 goals apiece, Afe Lami Yamal, Anthony, Afe Abrante Fence, Hugo Duro, your Perry Mela, Tejo Bachanan, and what Chiboja Iglesias, Vinicius Jr. and Mikel Oyazaba, woman Asha 5 goals apiece, and I'm paying the update, Emma for El Shonoso, after Yan Free Spain, now Yan Sunny and Family England, now they tell say over Premier League Lima, Mammy Fantuman say a match with 16, and a weekend with Emma so, now and next Saturday and a matches in Ashas here, now about 3 o'clock p.m. About 3 o'clock p.m. Your 2 games are an Ebaso, our Premier League room, now Chelsea, our Stamford Bridge, woman Everton and Ebo, and what she they tell say Oko Anfield, Liverpool, Everton, Amuba Brighton, Hove Albion, now for 5:30 p.m. Burnley at Nefi, now Omni Fulham game Abaso, and what she answer Everton Emirates Stadium, about 8 o'clock p.m. Amuba Vampton Wanderers, now Yamia Duma and every Chelsea game at Ebasono, manager fans Enzo Maresca, Wakasa answer, you see the month of December and no more action on Koye, our Premier League game from a team from Chelsea, now Chelsea manager Nigeria Panzer and the gamer, woman bo Eddie Everton, Kiana King, I was a Chelsea Ashe, Yente Chelsea manager, your fans Enzo Maresca.
That's important, yeah, for sure it's important, but all the games they're important. I think Bournemouth was important. The next one, we have Cardiff and then Newcastle. They are all important. So if we are able to beat Everton tomorrow, it's much better for us. Otherwise, we continue to try and to see how we can do better.
Okay, nti eno aye Chelsea manager fan say Enzo Maresca. Na Maresca se Chelsea team na down say na obi na ba beto mu fo say omunim pa. Say nyame ya adoma ene omo hye Everton e be good results ene ma team from say Chelsea. Eno aye Enzo Maresca sem kakra odi to dwa. Na woti wo intonum say Richardo Eka say afedi okọ Liverpool manager na ye fan say Anslot oni ni player fan say Mohamed Salah. Wo ma so be omu issue andra meeting eba so. Na meeting eba so de me say kan ene say nyame ya adoma ene game a eba so no arate fese Mohamed Salah ebetima bobi ede ma team a ye from say Liverpool esa say Liverpool last game omukwa away e Milan editia Inter Milan no wo mu kwawe ne one nemum arate fese Mohamed Salah born wa mobi in fact o ma flan ko bi kura nemum ene game omubo editia Brighton no arate fese Mohamed Salah ebetima bo na manager ne gidie pass Brighton game no a challenge ede ma team from say Liverpool esa say enoma enkoye enfama Liverpool eti ene wie e wo say omo share editia Brighton we and slot Liverpool manager.
Yeah, I've said this. It's so clear and obvious every time that it's so obvious that if you see the league, I think the league has become much more direct. But then there's the league, and then there's Liverpool. How teams play against us in terms of how direct they play. That's, I think, a nicer word than a long ball. That's one thing, and I think there have been certain game plans against us that I've seen more and more as well, which I referred to in the press conference again before the Inter game. So I've said multiple times we have to adapt, and let's take the Sunderland game where we struggled to create a lot of chances, and the game after they faced the team.
Nti we and slot and our tenant kase o kase say tima anase Liverpool mo opponent no e na omo direct ball eno e ma Liverpool fo ne brenemum e wo so mo adapt eno e manager je fan say and slot and this handsome atutwa na nyame aduma enumere Arsenal omo form papa na Arsenal team etna fie omo ni Wolverhampton Wanderers enable na we Arsenal and the kind Wolves and twato nti we dem senka e wo say emie formality na mo board e bibia ebetima si na obake Arsenal last Premier League game omo Villa Park ekolusu 2-1 anima teama you from say Aston Villa and the manager fans manager ya first Mikel Arteta the Premier press conference about who him say manager na say omo familiar with losses na anda and I say san loss eba editia teama you from say Arsenal against team from say Aston Villa no ema omo jai pa omo gidie pa say Premier League no no e was say omo recover this week editia teama you from say Wolverhampton Wanderers entinyame aduma and game Everton Arsenal ebedo metumi bia so on maybe game no way Mikel Arteta.
For sure, yeah. After any defeat, you want to put it right straight away. We certainly did that and put ourselves in a great position in the Champions League. And now it's about Wolves focusing back on the Premier League. And after what happened and the result that we had against Villa, obviously, is a massive opportunity for us again to win the game and put ourselves in a great position. Always in any Premier League match, and especially against a team that obviously is fighting against results. I know the manager really well and how he's gonna push and get the players ready to do that. So from our side.
Okay, nti we the Gunners Arsenal mo manager fan say Mikel Arteta and mo team manager nka say o kasa no na Nyankopon anduma wo kina Sunday your Premier League matches are eba so na o kina 2:00 PM 4 games and eba so na okose Hospital Crystal Palace team eba tena fie wo mo under the Sky Blues of Manchester City enable na yenim City manager opinion first Pep Guardiola nemum Andra Man City wo mo pre-match press conference eba so no Kolo Toure assistant manager Edema City and a koye na esatwofo abusa say saman na ho ha de over time the be say you hu bi da say wo Kolo Toure over press conference na de nasi ama Pep Guardiola ama na according to Kolo Toure o say a normal 1-2-1-2 bi and a Pep Guardiola survey na oka asini pen say nyame ya duma o kina game a eba so no Pep Guardiola and be gina touch na nemum press conference and I want me ama and no Kolo Toure and wachi ahead of game against team from Crystal Palace manager say Palace for no ball omuni bopa yentie Man City wo assistant manager your friend say Kolo Toure.
No, I will say I think what we are doing at the moment is good because we play well. I will say we find a way to get some results, and of course I know that the team can get better, like the manager say all the time, and we are improving, we are growing, and that's the most important really for us at the moment. Yeah, they are top team. They are really good. The 4th of the league. Difficult to score goals against them. They're second best at the moment, conceding goals. But for us, we focus on what we can do, and we know that if we play our football, we concentrate, we work hard as a team. We can beat any team.
Okay, T-Way assistant manager at the Sky Blues of Manchester City. Opinion first of Kolo Tuli and our tenenka. Say Oka say nano penny the update MT for in a show no so. Na and watching my fan to money say Oko City Ground Stadium. You're Nottingham Forest Elfie, Omani Tottenham Hotspurs and Ebo. And watch Sunderland a Stadium of Light. Wombo Newcastle United, West Ham United, Everton our London Olympic Stadium. Woman and Aston Villa and Ebo. Now for Ochina 4:30 p.m. Brentford. Our GT Community Stadium, Women and Leeds United and Ebo. Afenyami aduma Monday, Manchester United. Minim de say United matches na oche. Na Monday biana say United Ebo. Na nyami aduma Monday 8:00 p.m. Old Trafford. Women and Bournemouth and Ebo. Na after match week 15 Premier League no. The Gunners Arsenal and the kind. Women 33 points and watch the Sky Blues of Man City. Women toss me and I say RS. Omo toss me no. Women 31 points. After Aston Villa toss me and say omo 30 points. Your Crystal Palace, almost 9, 1 more 26 points. Chelsea Tosunum, almost 25, and after Manchester United Tosu in Sia, 1 more so our 25 points. Now the attempts top scoring chart our Premier League no. A Man City striker Francis Ellen Haaland and a Dika 15 goals, and what Ego Thiago, Wobama Brentford or 11 goals. Danny Welbeck and after Jan Philip Mateta, woman in Asha 7 goals. After Brian Mbuemo, Phil Foden, Richarlison and Antoine Semenyo, woman in Asha 6 goals. Bruno Guamaraes, Hugo Ekitike, Pedro Neto, Nick Votamada, and Zian Fleming. Women asked 5 goals apiece, and on a penny, they won't send Pina, Emma Tilfona, El Shono. So,
well, okay, so now you're training now, young 5 day TDB, and far and I can't see a Juma dear Sona live. YouTube handle, I know Nhyira TV, YouTube handle. Wokanado commenting in the baby Pemna, yet making Kenning at Yama when she shall also. Now, me call you and Messi, I cut him, make us say, Leo Messi. India na eho anachese oko enslawe enyal yo mesin kwa na ekohe me pato Rodrigo Di Paul eka hom anafe Luis Suarez ansom eka hom bra uko India anope reporter mensa eka ese kokata eho bebia Leo Messi bokoe na yase ho no omaye statue tintintin bi edia ma Lionel Messi yase so far statue awodo omaye edia ma Lionel Messi no enom ana ewa ye pa na ewa India 70 feet tall. Anna Tessa aircraft who the meters in the dia and 21 meters now. Tessa Omaya South to the Kama. Ediamalin and the Messena and Mahumate. Yasan Oberhaman for pa. Wamabo Tenku Atas Omobabe Sheldon and the Messia. Na and Yasam Katwaka. Esasana no pay and Anna Messi Baba and Tim Anna Yasama 42 Matanawa. Alco Pimsa Ahumati 3 a.m. and Sana Lionel Messi and so touchdown. Our India Kolkata. I want to tell Leo Messi and so acquire na kwabna reporter mensaka I say Leo Messi no and your man ya come na yenya one supporter bia yesi ofin na pa ana eba ye bisa se nepa de any India emucho no se oh wono kra okọ school na ade se lectures kra no wanko waso no se wotiasi se pa se wonka se wonya ne yire no mra medillion Messi achi kra kwabna waso fon so obejai ne yire na waba bedi Messi achi obeheli Messi kra keke eno kwa the only thing here was assassin so was in the near the pass or baby Pimo and to India now for and what the Asidabemo ye pass when you kind of Matias Amatas or no so travel from Nepal Atas Waba India Atas Waba Heli Messi and we are Diabrantano and the Twitter Ewo Jumedia so Nabra Nipa Patas or Mabotenku our mobile Heli and Messi Crabna Yasi India for the Buafu Amatas or Matotun in Pantwane and what Miss Nadwana Diaba Pebia Leo Messi Jinano and they almost say promoters Moko follow the Messi buyer Cabra sa Ghana had your name Cabra promoters and yes one from Qua and then some truffle and Italian and Messi when San and Crofers you imagine how much by 3 a.m. Yes Messi near Panahe now promoter dear what don't crop for Baby Messi any my day Cabra Omochase Oma Moma who Messi to know and another some Bema no more we that's from Demo and we will say as what an enemy boom pa then you tire ho and mpentwane ntwane ade ana chese yeso mato 20 aye omu he de wa ade ne si kono omu se dabi enya de se Messi betimi atoa na probo no so na yeso metwa no so ta no pe ya enti mpato okwa India a probo na yesile na Messi ene aye Luis Suarez ana afe Rodrigo Di Paul womuko kokota no reporter mensa eka ese enya de so omutimi to no womu wie to ni nyina esanse yeso promoters ne nkrofo ene central for jejeje ni mutino amabu faba eno ye reporter efiri India adi aba ewo dwumade so na no pa me ka tire kakra adi ama wanchihia wo do so beta Mohamed Salah ene womu game Liverpool enso ne partner ebo na Branton back to the squad na reporter mensa ka ayese iso no mbeto so aka ho aseba yesile ya kan say Mohamed Salah ko AFCON ne ba ana testo mbeto so no medi asem ne ye empempen de kwabena kakra bia wo mu celebrate ye say no da ba kan ba ka to san so te say wo mu tena say de Lionel Messi be ka no ane beti da bi Messi anope dia Mohamed Salah be ka no ane be di tell me say obebo game ni bia na say o mo game ni bi ti wutimi say nkomodie na niam ekoye pa na ane be san so de say papa say wani age o he said that yes obi afi say your boss no say obi a wo boa me amamaje Premier League na say ne say na aba me ne ntem mani dia ndia wo he but opeyinzi yanka mo obi anche say in fact na ninje kra niam ekoso between wani aye Mohamed Salah and say Mohamed Salah ne club ni the way niam si kono because we legend there kwabna ye treat this enti wasenya de say oye okay kra with the way niam esi kona nko benya pa anke ebia nsentofo meeting ni ade ne akasa nko nyanka o ma bia nanka watene ne baby ezanso oba bebe ye baby san nsama ede how anso ebebe ntanko nya ya anka baby anka nsentwe ni kra edina no on pese obefa kra na nkaja yakwa ko bisa na asem kra na nka ase wakwa ko ya no matasa ade bete na kwa ko ya asem foforo no aye Liverpool head coach openya ne din ade ansort nkoma kakro no ade tudwa na no pa ye ketire ade ama odwumade so na yesi message akọ ade ama mad the players ni nyina ama yesi mad the players na ade atum sampa wo mu responsibilities eso mu take eno obeke me babeka to say ade so former player legend ade ama mad the Benzema e babeka say players na no feel say problem no dodo na from because I say wo bia person o ye dope e park the so kwabran koma meti say yesi players is do maji atum say enya till they die omo ensom ani Sabi Alonso ana ehwi ede aboma kwabna na message ni yese yes message mad the pay for them players ni yese ada so be performing and also be facing the consequences and here yes message mad the pay for no ade am players ni players ni we message ni din no there be the ade ko there ade so mo so really behind head coach no say na be niam abetimi akoy na Madrid etima fa ntoma pa ade afra na ano na rude ayegule to say one day ade ohun say remade the pa aye Brantia your friend Jude Bellingham position na sisia no obo kwabna o say anya papa esan say time na Toni Kroos wo ho no na ema Brantia de bo ni natural position na ni ju am enya Jude Bellingham ni true aye role the person the ball ne ni siding forward ni coming back what take on players ni ade Brantia ni nya ni come up better since Toni Kroos ko ya na as aduma no oye we dia kakra no aye di we dia kakra no akofa we kakra ba o say aduma no aye na too much am here with the true role of Brantia the Jude Bellingham no ana tesa ma mad den so no ehu etoma no ye reporter eba e oduma de so na Chelsea any Everton ana ebo na aye awie no miansa ana game ne etodwa na say the last 30 matches yani Everton abo Stamford Bridge no kwabna yabo matches mako 30 Chelsea awini mu 17 and ya draw mu 13 pe and to me say defeat bia my the last time and Crowford ebeti essay ewo aye Stamford Bridge no omo ye premier omo back to omo fi division 1 eba Premier League 2 years on na tell omo ye sade no 1994 ana tell so no say Brantia dey na dey Paul retire no na tell say enya sagwa since then and Crowford when say Stamford Bridge di kwabna be ka to omo history dey da ho and omo nkonko break is record no enkofa how mente and your reporter eba na ano na ohema Everton fo omo say esi ade omo team for teams ni wa we some Manchester United team di mu agro omo ye bo fon fra mani ba mo so na tese ade na su anom ko
Sporting AFC Bournemouth edu omo agro yan so de kwabna 4 matches in a row maye mia maenti ama ese dodo na fi se chose hweye pa sa 1994 ade na da ho no ebia na chese record na san ababa ke no reporter eno so eba dwumade so na uko Borussia Dortmund wo Abranta ni din adi Nico Scotterbeck reporter men say kan say yes sir Barcelona for so obo penny abopa likely say Barca betime atua 50 million euros na Abranta so oba o metua 15 million euros adi amano per year bia enom enso scrum betua adi amanti yes Barca for person mo man 5 years contract say ko Barca say Barca e man say 5 years contract na kwabna okika 5 years ni niema nyina eboma na dem is 125 million euros because okika say scanning nyina ebom per 5 years na e be 75 million euros and this scanning ade beto nyina ba beka ho a sabe be na nkomo na esi eko Borussia Dortmund already woman so ebeso me contract session and my brand no say ya ka say empempe de uhema ya dey 14 million euros no and so per grossika wo be my brand to package ni nyina de sabe be na nkomo na esi tie and it's a Barca ebeso mututu ni ema ye bia na tese sabe be pe ana tese ese enkomo no and so esi aye dwumade so na no pe no ye kan nkomo kakra and so edi adawo me pato diet opemekano aye player edma bayer mini boboko no na unse ono so yamane contract the session mama rofisa brante ya ukọ Madrid so say wo mo pa brante no na enkoba men se kan enso aye se sisia no wuhema se akoba se Madrid be to brante na ade se omusika se mo mbiebie mu ye esan se bayer mini kifo say wo mo offer no 20 million gross per year and yes come person omede ema no and the package omede aka contract no enso ehun ediamanti okika ni nyina di se ani a na tese ade no eno so eko 120 million euros no scratch as a diet of mecano one so ni do na no so ebesi akọ and it's a Madrid episode motor brand and there as so ye bibi beyond there team and team ade me pato Bayern and so ediama brand and no reporter eba dwumade so na no pe no ye de on koba kakra so ede edawo
okay nti yanto so Bayern Munich why na yanko Sabana Strada eho Bayern wo mu 20 grounds na ena no per reporter me say kan say Bayern for no wo mo say omo pese omo si new performance center na performance center Bayern ACL Sabana Strada de me say kan say lansama ena Bayern SA dwumadi na sinemom na omo nya permit from Bayern and I say Munich na de me say kan say permit no de ena no pay aba na permit na aba no Bayern for ni GDA pass project na omo ye no eko hot kakra interfere ena omo sebe chance nyame admo 2026 ena Bayern for ni say omo she new performance center na say e was Sabana Straza na ebe cost Bayern be 100 million euros eno sika Bayern wom edisi new performance center e was Sabana Straza ena no payere won sampi na emetefo nyina e show no so na ko Palmer e Chelsea boy no hoton waba nemom Chelsea landscape omo kwawe obegamo against team from say Atalanta no ko Palmer amobi and manager fence Enzo Maresca ne pre-match press conference eba so no manager na say we Chelsea supporter yanka amount to wadwum say ko Palmer e wom say waba de nemom won team start every game and from a team you from say Chelsea esan say boy no crown say e miss feeling esan say so ne grown injury eda so and sheda enko sa nemom Robert Makan say ko Palmer available and no manager fence Enzo Maresca and this handsome atudwa and wachi Maresca say mo criticizing bia no what do we say na ade bakwaya na unfortunate anima no and say o criticize ono manager je fence Enzo Maresca na wotimi en control ne ho eno ade bakwa hane pa na mom wagidi pass after Arsenal game no enkofo ashase enkofo ashase kasai say team from say Chelsea title contenders na mom wo ko lose animal lease ebo draw editia bottom from wo mom kasa Chelsea title contenders no wo mo sa bai ebe kasa Chelsea etim enyi Premier League amane nye eti wagidi pass criticism se eno akabo ho eno Enzo Maresca ena this handsome atudwa na Enzo Maresca ena agi Premier League manager of the month of November edi esini na so under Premier League for no wom awoso omode bai omode ma Chelsea manager no na they tell said the month of November Chelsea about 4 games Premier League no wom win 1-0 edi Tottenham Hotspur wom she Wolves 3-0 wom she Burnley
2-0 and omane Arsenal about 1-1 Chelsea HS 6 goals womo equipe 3 clean sheet and omo consider 1 goal e chese manager aye adwuma pa the month of November and wachi mame fatu onim say player of the month of November eko anima Brentford woma Brentford first say I got Thiago and aje Premier League and as a Premier League player of the month of November edesini naso na wabe first Brentford player waje sa award we edesini naso na say since 1992 yede Premier League ebaye no yenya Brentford player bia waje player of the month eno aya Brentford first say I got Thiago one and I sa record no and wachi mame fanto onim say the tennis bottom of Brentford first say Tyler Adams one also energy Premier League goal of the month of November na ni goal was editor Sunderland eno halfway center circle eno bobo ni share eno oma vote ni say ni goal no play and I say ni goal goal of the month of November na no pay no yero won sampina emetifo nyina show no so afa yemfriwe na yemra Africa your continent so na yenim se nyame aduma next week Sunday and AFCON chance Morocco na AFCON ebaso according to Opta womo betima je AFCON edesi omo na so no omo di kan Morocco man no womo 90.60% say omo betima je AFCON 2025 edesi omo na so eno achi Egypt etoso me no womo 12.75% Algeria etoso me nsa womo 12.27% Senegal etoso 9 Nigeria etoso num Ivory Coast womo etoso sia Tunisia etoso enso eno achi Mali man etoso nwotwe Cameroon etoso enko enafe South Africa etoso 27 pepe ena city na no penere wonsem emetifo nyina show no so na sese question say answer wukọ Premier League ma your African players a womu nyina ekwa represent omo countries nyame aduma AFCON ebaso Morocco yi na question say anya bia no club bay ena AFCON ebe affect ne pa esanse wukọ Sunderland a womu be 6 players a omo nyina ekọ AFCON ba ko Champions Tabi go free Morocco Habib Diarra go free Senegal your Ronaldo Mandeva ofri omaye from Mozambique no Chibatran Traore ata Masuaku and afa Noah Sadiki wumunyina eko Manchester United your Brian Mbuemo Amad Diarra Nuzael Mazraoui womuso eko enwachi Fulham Alex Iwobi Kevin Bassey Samuel Chukwuezi wum eko Burnley Azel Tuazembe Lee Foster and Hannibal Majbri womuso eko Nottingham Forest Ibrahim Sangare Willie Bolly Everton Ilman Ndiaye and Idris Hagana Gay and watch Brentford Dango Watara and Frank Onyeka Manchester City Omar Mamouche and Ran Ait Nori after Tottenham Hotspur Papi Matassa and Vis Bissouma West Ham United Aaron Wan-Bissaka and El Haji Malik Diop and watch Wolverhampton Wanderers Tawanda Chiwari and watch Emmanuel Agbadu Womoso Brighton Carlos Baleba and of Crystal Palace Ismail Assar etiwai players omo free Premier League na omo represent omo countries AFCON nyame aduma 21st nyame aduma Sunday Eba so ede won sempina emetifo nyina show no so live on Nhyira 104.5 FM na Roberto De Zerbi manager edema team ye from say Olympic Marseille na De Zerbi abo Mason Greenwood abaso na according to Olympic Marseille omo manager no was it this season across Europe player BL1 money so ani ene chen abrante say Mason Greenwood na oka asini pay say da chen koma bia no enche kura abrante say Mason Greenwood wono so ebetim age Ballon d'Or edesi na so it has a boy or potential pa akase obeye dwumade selebia sad dream ebetim air reality eno air Roberto De Zerbi sem kakra wode atudwa na no payade wonsem emetifo nyina show no so na yeka AFCON wonsem nyame aduma World Cup ebaso next summer na 2026 World Cup ebaso Morocco and I say ebaso US rather eno achi yetese Canada NFA Mexico and ebaso 3 countries na FIFA for ne say omoye ade fa say random selection draw now random selection draw about within 24 hours na the test take it in omo request no 5 million nipa makoma ko 5 million na are requesting for take it na take it omo request no the test your matches bua enkofo gidie pass some matches no also mo hwabi ba ko Colombia versus Portugal wo mebo no Miami 27 June and watch the test your Brazil versus Morocco New York New Jersey 13 June and a game ebaso Mexico versus Korea Republic yebo Guadalajara ɛno 18th June ɛno akyi Ecuador vs Germany New York New Jersey 25th June ɛna saa game ɛba so enti waka po de nyamhia no nukura ni nkɔfo bɛhwɛ pa anya sam keto kura na no pɛn no yɛre hu sam pina ɛmatiefo nyina ɛwɔ show no so when Rooney a legend and Manchester United were all-time top scorer and Manchester United now of Everton and about United 2004 and obaye now my friend to say when Rooney I say time of free Everton ever Manchester United no were receiving message na a death threat now and comfort threatening say identity and free Everton e Manchester United na TI was say ono kasa na busu fie baby ani ma me and papa wono and kofu kutwa jatum and watch ni girlfriend say why na ire wono sinifie kofu kutwa jatum eti ogidi ye pasa sanoma esi wo na brabo mu nyina no and asane din ama ono wen Rooney wo bedu empempen so say enti ogidi ye pasa football de and no ma bebre e kan and no wen Rooney and some kakra de to na no pay no yere won sempina ematefo nyina e o show no so na yere kan ka chese Lionel Messi e o India na supporter ba ko de woni wo job pa ogidi Richard was say what take it 12,000 say euros or say pounds so any and no de wan kan ne mo pass sa take it no ne bo din e wo India enti won tiase da say ono wati bottom sika ato take it abodi say na nkofo agade Messi chinchina chana anya bi hona ka che obi say go bi de agyan ana tuo na tire e po Messi mo agade akwa gidi me cheska 12,000 adai enti akone dwabruta na wo hwe nani ma go bi nkan che say akone nya twade obeto nani abrepa eno e Messi fan ba ko India ena no payare won sem pina ma tiefo nyina e o show no so Bernardo Silva captain Animal Man City na Bernardo Silva akọ interview was say yan fatu obi say o City na obo game na wa weni e unacceptable na ogidi ye pass dinte oda so o City ene say oba weni na City dey say wa weni a mpanifon take decision say ekoma ana say ankoma we say ekoma no tum e say City standard no ebru obi ade so na o City a either you kill or you get killed. And no, I have not ever said Bernardo Silva. And I did sense him atuja. Now, Richard Omivian Yanko Santiago Benabawi. Essence, he come back story baby. And I must say, Oko Benabawa. Yes, a month for Motiba Benabawa, not an omo complaining. Sir Benabawa, Magde, Ayana the day. Of course, the supporters in El Santiago Benabawa, and I say, fancy be a go be back with a day. And you win Yanson. Now, I must say, Sanoma El Cosnos, on the Madrid, Eco Court to Krama, and Sembe by. Now, you said the new Santiago Bernabeu Madrid Esino. Almost say building with fire resistance, bulletproof, and acoustically isolated. Now, chese enomo mudi go akom no. On say you mudi na say enade no omudi Santiago Bernabeu no. Almost still no mudi no. Omo in such a way say wo stadium na uye de da. Echi de no. E ma de dodo na ntimi pia bonten. Nti sana ma de fo na ye no. Now, almost a bit best 100 years, and second the Molusu.
I see.
The only human for you.
And now I'm Dakano, and the Achi baby. And you know, when Tom there, Quano,
Wapa, now, still not
shed the edifice. Just look at the edifice. We are sophisticated edifice.
We're going to say they are
Biaum. Be
we are far gone.
I said, you are one kind.
We are far gone.
We are far gone. A profonum cry. A bena, you be no baby, but cookra or groomer. Eh? As a moon.
You over baby.
Eh, Zenka Bakubi. And you be back. Aye. Sky uniform with me. It
can't watch the word that was our. You never did me.
It's kind of fun for me. Get a cry. Yeah, it may be about you. Young to boy, I said, but yeah, problem taxes need to problem. Now, maintenance coach. Oh, I know. Me know you drink. The organa the idea about when problem by maintenance at the NSC na ye maintaining no and the problem pa. But what I'm saying is that say I had been say be I didn't mean to be maintaining. So what kind of stadium be say? About to say maybe ebia. The war one I know maintenance e grown phobia. Eh the easy no. former sports minister Esiama no nyina no yeso bo konkusie ne awowo ene ade na age ade na fa kwa ya se Ghana ska kusi ade we see de bobo ne ade akanwuram. What is this?
When you say the Abakasa Makuntin,
Anna Hadrin, because what do you want to study? I didn't see you. F crack again. Okay, I enjoyed my dinner. So in Shawanzo 4.5, LIVESTREAM Gabi the foreigner, and the Costa de Ako Amani Abba Yamra Nafe Abaja former Cameo. Na in Comono Emfa Emamo Awo Ayajumadian so the weekend edition of Data Passports. Edna Iguswa de Mam Pamchao Obetimi Abba YouTube Insha TV na odo message na bania kenkan edi ama mini message ni bi mfi ho ansan kra na beda fa be kame ho na ya start show no ye di nkomo no etimi edi amamo Abrante osi afra o say eze buachi yadom. Okay, I say please, why are you not people on Facebook? I'm so sad we I cross out this message with Yaba. Me das men church na be miss Samo me pamcho. You tear for papa bi near her for papa bi. Yes, first na you Facebook. But say you know you need Facebook BM because of adie binti which yem pese be kan wasem to see, right? Now you wo YouTube. YouTube no adie ba ko amate and me kra no me victim. Adia ba kwa kane ne hyemtrim aye perception Donkor bebre trim and say oh YouTube one de dodo so they compare Facebook but if for him say asama men kan enya say me kan keke just for saying sake there be a fact and I make catch we onim say udi data ehwe ade o YouTuber now the same data ehwe ade o Facebook ne boarding at the chain YouTube no but unze account yetim say YouTube dey all day u data no ko ane bo eden in fact enhwehwemu sama me kan a fact e just am kan keke enhwehmu kire se o hwe ade e wo YouTube na o hwe ade e wo Facebook no eti at the chain eye YouTube tim pamcho enkankan ya brand ya this message no buy na ane sesia as we speak yeni eye Facebook opeso hwe dwumadie na pamcho I just say YouTube Insha TV oko YouTube anu abo Insha TV dia shem o click so a video no baba na etisa dia wo hwe Facebook na odo message betimi aba na yakenkan e the amount mesamo you people should bear with us why na see am no ka say there ye wo eye YouTube Insha TV and also nchese yenza back to Facebook definitely we will come back but see there pamcho yenye show no awo YouTube tuba so be here apart from so we here live on air traditional radio no so in Shawanzo 4.5 no obetimi aba YouTube ha de ye wo ha bia besma ko usu be mpa yan la ogina tactical board nanim a kwan ofa so ye ne niam ni nyina no obetimi ahwe live de ye wo ha bia no oba YouTuber onso betimi aye part of the show na yakenkan etimi ade amao enti achi yadom aye o message no they met me aka Chelsea and so I don't know someone there say good morning Richard to extend my greetings to the sports team you are doing a great job keep it up okay someone there and at this message the abrayan and anopay okay Edu Paul ba Hussein I say abrante na ne buafu se omamene hu ayela no message na no so 12,000 no 12,000 rupees minimum say bia menya ne ya in India sikam right okay and na abrante no enso tua de kohwe le no message omo ama no entimi ahwe no abrante no that ne buafu pa okay I say watch you live always from New Delhi India okay there's all India and na ayedabia no Edu Pause on also a show no at the a free prosper apenu I say Liverpool we are winning today and now they are bringing Mark Ofori in Sia Richard good morning I'm watching you live from Yabe okay on our show no at the a free YouTube one dey and dino omo kan nyina de bom ti I say offer back on wa betie from no be ntina sometimes edino I confused kakra but I say Richard, what is your prediction on Chelsea? Okay, my Miss Anko. So, what is your prediction on Chelsea Everton? And if you lose your prediction, you buy land for Fifi Maranska and beg all Chelsea fans. If you know win, you know what to do. Okay, and now the fire emoji at the account. All right, Chelsea Everton. Pamto, you do ha? Me prediction, baba. Na me prediction me so me de about see no salam okay and all this message and so at the George say Charles is winning today also message out the abe also betimi do de no aba nya kenkan at the Kofi bravo I said boss can I get Nhyira passports WhatsApp group link fatilo mo edo ebeye nti so betimi do number no abana yemfa wonka group no and so okay ajay Chum Benjamin I say 12,000 rupees ewo India sikanim no it is 1,500 cedis our Ghana sikanim and there's a brand no ohwe sa ne 12,000 no kutua ewo India sikanim a think how the back Ghana ha 1,500 cedis and a brand ni tua also the kohela na mesia omo antimi amano anko share ayele no mesia ne bu afusa no all right and you so betimi do message no aba na ya kenkan eye won so de no ade ama awodwumadie no so ayitan the same. Good morning to you all watching live from Boga. Any update on Chelsea? You be this sound coming in now, at me at the amount. Don't worry. Or the Bra YouTube in Chat TV. The air course will have no bet me action live. Na was saying Etienne Ebra Tenase. Na the weekend edition of Nhyira the Guitar Passport ready at the Ebra. Bismarck Usubempa Ayala. Good morning.
Good morning.
Patron, I want to say.
Oh, Nyamiado Memoye.
You didn't hear me say.
Memoye. And yeah, one of those Saturdays, you know. There's a big funeral in Ghana. In Charles Kojofusu.
Lumba.
I don't know friend that Lumba. And he Kumasi. And he was only first, at least I will appear in black. Na enyina de amoni enua Daddy Lumba ukoyi Rose Park here na ye no etwagu ewo eho no mo na me program no nso so a me nua Prince how ye mama vision ye wedding ewo kasem enti me kofia na makoro tuntum na to na mafa fita bi ahye na makodwa no ewo men's hotel ewo kasem enti ene no ye nije kakra ro kakra nije kakra na in between is so no ye the football every mu na ya hese benya bet bi kakra bi so etwa kakra on ti ye bibia bi ene nti sana nkomo na esitie
Kojofu so abonyum.
Oh yes Lumba
there
top Lumba arguably the greatest of all time.
Lumba there be am come say abrofo nenti e kasa no come dey be compare Michael Jackson omunti e kasa India Lumba do atonyum
oh yes
utia
yes
too deep.
He has been the greatest.
Atonyum ne nyum no agi say anya obi ma ne be kyerase nyum no to no I mean, your casa in it.
The codes in his brutal, and he has lived very, very well. Made the cry new work, you know, some of the doors and some of the doors. Now, Obi involved, we should have known, say, it is a preservation of a legacy. And the memory. Anka ye DJ nwane kwan no I think say kwan bi so it has been tainted but enyo ono no dear na brother also obeboy no oboy and he has left a very, very nice legacy. It will never die until Senyankupon Ebebebiemuno. Lumbe's legacy, Nenyuma or boy, and the life that he lived will never die. That is how Enyoma is here rich. Yabejina Hedia, and Niju are who say sure. Nah, and then we will look at the Premier League. Yabeka Safa La Liga home. There's a crucial game for Paris Saint-Germain in France. And RB Leipzig and Timmy and close the gap on Bayern. So we will mention the Bundesliga at the later part of your analysis. You know, it's here starting from the English Premier League. Now, before we start, Yabeka Kayahu about the Premier League table. Unu say nra. Yedin komono. Na uni fifi small banter oka chenso. Enye de hianie na amorum cry so wasa cry no. And kakama. Do you know I didn't know in all honesty.
Oh, okay.
Na me checking na me nya a critical look. Enti yeti wana na me be a table to go and confirm. And I must say Man U is on level 25 points with
Chelsea. You know me.
I'm say, hey.
Omumia so nkwadi di na Amorim Asa Manchester team ni you know 25.
Na unim bibi. Enkophobia fetch ba be humi ho.
Okay.
Na o ma GBB di wo football mu. Omo say wo kwaji akwankyere. Se ubese Chelsea ka na Man U beto no. Ana dada omua no muma o jesi share.
Mugas ma be kom.
Na efi se wo share omu jesi no. Any omo nese bato omu 25.
For matches omu wini match ba kokra. Me. Omu ni me.
Ana say omu kom akuma to omu yem. Me ma show omu jesi this week. And me show omu jesi no omu mbo match bia bi.
Okay.
Me ma say jesi ni ngwade. Baby a wodi omu ko yem bi anu kwa gosani omu. Baby a wodi omu ko yem bia. Noko na makwa gosani omu. But Rich, Arsenal on top enye news, Man City second enye news, but Villa and the Crystal Palace has really done well. Now only say a Crystal Palace against Man City. Ochina. Tough game. It is on a Premier League table, no? Etiansani a room into the analysis. Arsenal, Man City, Villa, Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Manchester United, Everton. And I completed the top 7. And it's a Chelsea-Everton game. And also so now let's zoom straight into any games, you know, near the Ochina games in the Akaho. And we are starting from the Diedika, you know, Chelsea against Everton. Now, Rich, Anopea would do Chelsea camper. They have misfeeling. Misfeeling here saying, Enra. Premier League, they say, in the month of November, Enzo Maresca, the coach of Chelsea, is the coach of the month. But, Rich, ordinary award as the coach of the month, you know, on him say, in the last 4 games, on Winnie. And he say, any do, say, any do. The Chelsea camp are quite in between the emotions in the middle. In the month of November, Chelsea share Tottenham, or Bordeaux with Karabakh, or share Wolves 3-0, or share Burnley 2-0, and or share Barcelona 3-0, and on the Arsenal ball 1-1. This won him the trophy as the coach of the month. But Rich, beyond that, Leeds, Bournemouth, Atlanta, and no man for Club FN Chelsea. And whether they should celebrate their coach as the best coach of the month, and I say, no, yeah, we should quickly find a way to come back to winning ways. That is what Chelsea go through CCA. No, Rich. The next game, no, it's a difficult game. Unless you don't watch the Premier League this season.
I say Everton is very strong.
Everton is difficult.
Very, very difficult game.
The good news for Chelsea is since I call Palmer by you know, they've decided so my and kakra. Rich Anya Shekrano this week they will increase in the minutes of the bubble. And the probable 11 ever from Chelsea, you know, indicates say Kopama is going to play. And I think Sir Uyi Moises Casedo wedding red card if you squad the more. Rich, this could present Chelsea's strongest 11. It tells you say Chelsea wants to win this game and get back. Sanchez, Malo Gusto, Cucuera, heart of defense, Chaloba Fofana, then M54 in the absence of Moses Casedo, Rhys James, Enzo Fernandez, with Kopama as Omono Maten, Garnacho on the left, Pedro Neto on the right, João Pedro as the main striker. Ewo Enimuho. So which situation at Chelsea women there, which this will be their strongest team. This should be Chelsea's strongest team. And with this team, our Gatens, our Estevao mo, Enina, our bencher, Obetime introduce mo, Andre Santos mo, any Ade, our. This is what they are coming up against. Rich. So watch the Everton games this season. This is how they play. Omo back four of Michael Keane and Tarkowski are very experienced in the Premier League. Now, Omo what we call typical English defending. Or the Nobeka. Or no or a physical and aggressive. Enti bono a baby or suro a fomo. You see them coming hard. That is how these two play. Omuya, Rich, then they have Idris Agana guy, any Ghana. Omujina, Omu defense anywhere. Rich, they are so disciplined. Say, they know when to move and they know when to stay. Ubeti menu omo game 20 minutes. Not these two central pivots, you know. Rich, na omo center line Buddha. 20 minutes. No more switch baby omujina. Especially in games that omo say opposition here better than them. No omo say about way. They can be so frustrating as DMs are. Anything to penetrate them. Na game no cost na. Rich, if they get any outlet, some transition, no musu attack you. They give the ball to Jack Grealish or Ndiaye. Our wings so, and they are very difficult to take the ball off them. Omuni ball nukuta, ball is omunantem. Odo hokana no jana wato form ni aje free kick amano. One for one can so ball is nantem wana or the ball na ba. Then Abenti Efeno Kenan Jusby Hall. Rich about Chelsea. Odi coach every Leicester about Chelsea. I'm say, oh, you're good enough. I'm say, okay. Then let us give him to Everton. In games like this, you want to come back and tell them, probably I was good enough to stay here. It's our baby to prove our the Stamford Bridge. Then what Barry Edema Everton and they say he give them presence in and around the box. Black guy and wooden then very, very tall. Or block no down so now or mawa ye corner no presso now or more physicality or boxing in presence. That is how this Everton team play. Rich, it doesn't mean you can't beat them, but to beat them you need to be quick in these positions. Udru almost defensive midfield area wa. So Odori slower. See the medical cano. Omu two central midfielders no. They don't like moving. And the omu mouth space baby. You need to be quick with your passing. You need to be quick with your transition to be moving the team. Let them move. Pull them out of their comfort zones. So when Everton increasingly becomes a very, very difficult team to beat. What I am talking about, and I say, sɛ Chelsea ɛduri bɛduru Cole Palmer Garnacho Netoa Rich they should be quick with their thinking and no decision making. Say a pass or say a 1v1 dribble, so whatever they need to do, they should be quick with that. And yes, sir, this Everton team only are good in recovery. We'll beat you one line, then they are quick to come. It's Utrain, I know what's happening with him. Utrain, I bet you know what's happening with him. They are very, very stubborn team to get results against them every day. But Rich, I can say, Massachusetts Jason, they are not going to lose. But they must put in the work to win the game. They must really, really put in the work to win the game. Musuo kakra. Our game room for Chelsea. So we shall Enzo Maresca, Rich. Last time I catch you say, he's one of the most difficult coaches to read. Oh, Shana, me 2 and 3. They are confusing. Whether they are playing inverted. And as a overlapping high line. I question a complicated money. I don't train with a team, but with the money. But one thing is obvious. 2 and 3, they are really involved in the game.
Sometimes I don't cook and Fifi.
I saw the same Fifi. Or the Ghana to overload it. And as a gettings. Gusto the same thing. Sometimes Uber Fifi, sometimes Uber so overlap it, not overloading with Neto. You don't really see the clear line say and Arsenal say Luis Kelly and I say California. You see them only come inverted. No, I become no pussy the over number 8 to number 10 in offensive transition. But with Chelsea, it's quite complicated. Now, Rich, the entire make us sad in there when they say. Senior Wuni Biaro, Chelsea 2 and 3 in Gusto and Kukwera, they go. They have to move with Enzo Maresca, the real Sibono. Now, when they move, that's in the eye guy and in the form of Jack Grealish. When they move, no job more. And as Everton to be stopping our transition, not their friend 10 overs in football, 1 pass into that place, and I
think so. Chelsea problem by 4 and 5.
Yes.
If you target them, now boss a long pass.
Yes. I have seen them against Fulham.
Yeah.
Against Sunderland.
Yeah.
10 overs. Yes. The 10 overs. Omato Fino mo bana. Gusto fi in position. Kukwara fi in position. Now bana. What the ball will have? Now we play the 2 pass. Okay. Which game now? 1 long pass be. Chaloba ne for 4 na kojine jina I've forgotten the game. Sad games in India. Sad games in India.
Almost say 2-1
yes.
Chelsea.
But that painful. Jina wama kwa blocking ya Kenya. That is how Chelsea concedes. The 10 overs against very, very disciplined teams being say Everton, is what they must guard against. But Chelsea must quickly come back to winning ways. They must quickly come. And I just hope say Jesse now me say good fellow you say they are show no Jesse now me say should bring you good luck not monthly over 10 because
and then I share Chelsea just now I don't send a message auntie I say dear Wangro. Oh Mindi Wangro the story na me dey buy good fellow who dey Jesse ni man na me twa mama say winning game and I come Saba. Now my back say, oh, Chelsea a winning game. Until me join in the celebration. I forget see the bia matosero. Until after Atlanta game, na yama hometi. And I'm say, okay, if Rich and the case the atmosphere, I will wear the jersey and bring the case for you. And you the bonus one. So, and you the bonus one. Okay.
It's Rich.
Yeah, team for Naka. I'm saying against Sunderland.
Against Sunderland. Well, that is how Chelsea concede. The 10 overs against shape now.
That's the problem, pardon.
Yes, and then
a long pass.
The Yamona or Mabaki Kamuna or Molusi shape no I find you be our pace. I'll bet now running into a channel. then they start shaking. So they must avoid that with team my friend Everton, and probably they will be good. So oh shake game now. Obaka say me shake game, but I say me say it happening in the game. That is how you are going to see game. You know, no Rich. Liverpool be more. Almost have a match. Me try every chance to the boy. Liverpool be match.
Raja there on Jan's lot in the ground.
And you don't go. There are a lot of people.
I Jan's lot on Yadi.
Unim. Over the years now, they grew to appreciate club. Liverpool no. Rich, it is difficult for them to appreciate Obifu from Brimbrayon unless Obebon Homodimpa.
Anyways, answer they are now you are being unfair
to
the man.
Club just didn't run Liverpool successfully on the pitch. But Rich Sobakaya under him, there were little controversies. The man management, the human club was special. Nensamobeka. Ne serious, ne affection, the way he dealt with issues off the pitch. Look, that is what set the Germans apart. And when I was listening to Hansi Flick, I say, so mobile game behavior, he tried to explain to every player why boy the why Wambo. I say, or explain or do Rashford you coach. Semi Bobby was a man Bobby and you 3 points in 8 me ageno. And then here. What it means is that Hansi want to explain to every player, including a lonely Obi Ofilo Naba, so on Cascade. But that is how they are so good at their job. I think that is what Anna Slot is dealing with. Rich football manager and coach, say, and you just tactics, so you need to manage everything around the club.
You can manage it because you are managing the team.
You need to manage everything. Now, at least there is some breath of fresh air. Abra in Komoba so and we are meeting our case Binabaso. Na the decision no and say Mohamed Salah will be part of the Liverpool squad for Brighton and Hove Albion game. Rich, without the details of the course we're meeting Arsenal, the fact that there's a decision says Salah can't quite say na a good meeting and I say a positive. I'm not check will be I think Salah had what we call stimuli. He reacted to it. And on the basis to react to it because he's a poster boy that was benched and on TSC and the results was not forthcoming even after say a bench. It's a man a platform to say what he said. And Liverpool as a club, I responded to him and he said, look, Liverpool, Sebi, you've been very, very good to us. Your numbers are incredible, but and you also play at a club new will be that. And that's even when and how you speak. And so who issue and be destabilizing team no. Until almost Salah. Now, according to the meeting, and normal Salah is back. Whether he is going to start or not. Because and I can say Godi Gapo Epra. You say Alexander Isak Oyare. Into on team body. Now you take those two players off Liverpool. And can you think say Enunu should pave a way for Salah to come back into the squad? Whether he will start or not, and a slot and a becker. But at least time Salah Bufu, Rich now okay can say on my 8 years say Nhyira question the only one wish in the game against Brighton before he leaves for the African Cup of Nations. No, he want to say goodbye to the Liverpool fans and say, "Oh, may go AFCON about." And Rich, some may go AFCON about. It could have been two situations: whether may go Abba and leave because Abba near red January transfer window. Saudi Arabian deals may be all for him. You could have said Pamrocho no Liverpool de Mobile and go for see omu this game among Jenamenko. And that's what makes me at once. So by the good news, and I say at least for a time being there, they've been able to resolve their issue. Liverpool for say, according to James Pierce, after annual interview, no, Salah become team no who and now. No omubo na game we no okọ African Cup of Nations na. Still now no. Rami Abbas, our agent, Liverpool will hold talks with him. Now, among the best way forward, the Salah situation, ebe fast or Abba. Rich, do you tell me because Liverpool bebo you say? Oh, during this Liverpool crisis, Rich, me as well say only me say there are some difficult games. Liverpool a winner. It gives you the hint to say, oh, okay, probably they are going to go off the crisis. Ubetu ni na omasa back. A side crisis where na Liverpool share Real Madrid. Yeah. A side crisis where and the win against Inter Milan shouldn't deceive Obi say they are back. Unless they repeat wins consistently. And yes, idea since a Liverpool got to our situation we've seen them beat teams okay now they are then the next one they are called. And the mommy know especially in the Champions League. Liverpool at the palm of your EPL in the Champions League. Yes. It's the one we are nobody deceiving. Yes. Say now Inter question nah. I Crystal Palace and now Brighton. Yes, and now Leeds United. But that is Liverpool. No about the war. Now Rich, after beating Inter, their next opponent is stubborn Brighton and Hove Albion. Stubborn, and that is the best description to Brighton and Hove Albion. Stubborn team. And I pay my own post a video. Said doing my last training and said Liverpool. Mitoma is back. Another tormentor. Another tormentor is back.
We defend now. I ran to no hard too much. On my own you or the bony big Anna or his sister. You pop on the two space mountain in the meanwhile. We are over for Bonnie down. You know, Makai, you call Japan no. Na Nhyira Stadium where you want to answer a game in the best start. We had a VVIP ticket, so there's a buffet. We did buffet and some question match. Half time was about buffet for says one was a bit did. Rich na you can buffet any buffet. Rich, you can buffet with expensive champagnes. You can drink Seniopedia. The answer would be champagne glasses in the so they all the focus to the ones where they can put it in a disposable cup amount. Now, you VVIP they give you they take it in this almost or a VVIP, they allow you access. And see, Sevilla they were going around with the team sheet. To me, the team sheet in the mammy. Na me some empenyinfo na ejo na me so anya hwekwa no me say Japan for na stubborn ba me to mani team no because almost we pra enti anu betimi am ya home kakra na nka brante no team no mu dia enke yewu na me kai the day before game no the last tactical session Blasters empenyinfo technical team ni here no dining room one yeti ona auto e be sna twam ana me na Henry Asante twum ti ona yedi nkomo ana Henry Kache he said Otto say Sankie be Japan for no more Kubo no about rest of Sadan. Our one flank. And I'm Thomas one flank and Kia woo. I felt to sing. I said 5 minutes behind defenders no questions you. I don't say I no credit. But the good news is that Mitoma was not ready. I ran 100. Rich. This is the Liverpool team I ever anymore. Still with Salah on the bench. Medical council said there's a situation with Cody Gakpo and Alexander Isak. But in the absence, say no more against Inter. They expect not to change a winning team, baby. So Soboslai and Viet on the flanks with Hugo Nketiah as almost striker. Then McAllister on number 10 position. Then the 6 and 8 are almost sitting at the base. Gravenberch and Jones.
the next year hono Kekich eba left back, Gomez right back, Konate and Van Dijk, na Alisson Eda Pomo. Now this is that team. Which so ordinary. So show many more. It is only the followers of the Premier League na Ebia Ubo Uruta, Ubo Wobek Minte, Balebam because we watch them. But Rich, as a team, they are worrisome. Omudobeko pace, on the dribble, they will create chances against you. This team. Omo last game on Bomoni Everton. Was it Everton or West Ham? I think West Ham. Rich, her time on Moteka. They are down. You have won 90 minutes in your game. They still had a way to come back 1-1. Media, Minyanya GD or Liverpool team in yet. And a Liverpool team about Anfield. And it's against Brighton. Fantastic. For goals. So you go you go your goals in this game. And I think say you have your peace of mind. Say at least why you be our game way home. Rich. You say on paper I am confused say after Arsenal beating Club Brugge. You say Akata say before they beat Club Brugge, na Aston Villa show. Yeah. The win was so good say people have forgotten before Arsenal win against Club Brugge, they have lost a game against him. Your friend Aston Villa 2-1. The point I want to make and say who say both seasons Rich your game be it looks so simple on paper, but you're tricky when you relax. The best team 40 as and say this is one of those games it looks easy on paper, but if you have a fear say Arsenal will be complacent because of the results of winning against Villa or Premier League in Wintino, Rich, they will not be complacent. Minister Kumana be what you say. There are games this are real say ready Arsenal form of then they go into the game relax. Na akumwet here omo. But we know Arsenal will not be able to relax because in the context of the Premier League, so more relax no more lose against Wolves. They've lost 2 games. Continuous. I think that will spare the Arsenal team to beat the Whipping Boys in the Premier League. Amphibious, Amphibious.
Wrong time to meet Arsenal at this point.
Rich.
Arsenal, Aston Villa didn't cash no. Win the Lion.
That is it.
What was the
many now?
What was the day?
Una na say about them go.
Oh, ngwe.
Team Manchester division 4 there.
Now, unim say. Now goes to share crying. I'm going to the board and say, Mammy check home goes to Chroma. I think
more 2 points.
More 2 points. Just 2 points.
Can you imagine?
Imagine. You have 16. We're at the 16th week. Into a mob of 50 matches. 2 points. And you cry. Wow.
Rich.
Minus 25.
So what it means is that Wolves 15 games.
15.
On Sherry.
Yeah.
We about draw 2. They can lose. Wow. Minus 25 goals.
How many goals there, you know?
I just have them.
Oh, I'm telling you there. Arsenal cry. I mean, me and me can't tell that crank coming bomb first level. So, measure. What was in the new?
But also, sad na me point out. Who's a worker say can only attack more first level. And this complacency that we will feel, you know. And when Aston Villa lose, no, it take you away from Arsenal. That is the element. Say lose against Villa, no, it take it away from Arsenal. And until Arsenal will win, no. Say and Arsenal say Villa. And of course, Club Brugge and can the okay want them so let's relax. They could have relaxed, but because of that lose, no, they want to come back. And so what's your Kolo Toure? Oh, Man City press conference now. Or to one in command Arsenal. He has played Arsenal and played City. Or say a City they do a cheer. you have to be very, very, very careful. And Rich, Arsenal will not want this season to be part of the old story. Where, oh, see a guy, Apostle, they don't want to be that. And Arsenal must keep their heads and win against Team FN Wolves. Now we are done with the Saturday games. You know, Sunday ones in the boss of papa. Near Timiako, other leagues in Nayetimi Abefi. Rich. And when we say net games in our big teams, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal. But Ochina games, will be more exciting than any. It starts from this game. A repeat of the finals of the FA Cup last season. Okay. When say enam sisi am no kase. So far phone now call Crystal Palace on my X account. Rich scrolling 3. You see this picture there. The act of waiting for an FA Cup winner exhibition. I'm say before me City game, they are doing an exhibition of the FA Cup. What do you think they are doing that? They want to remind themselves, say, opponent in any umbabebo. It's Shomun and Siaji FA Cup. Until they are a good team. Now, Rich, why? And I beg you, say Crystal Palace is a good team. Why? Unless you don't watch football, they are a very, very solid team under Oliver Glasner. And I think, say, Adia Bakua, how he was able to tell Steve Parish, say, this season, the team a good. He is our captain. The performance is super. He holds the team together, both on the pitch and in the dressing room. Which sometimes, even though we are a smaller club, so unya coach bia or making this anti unim nipedea yede a topic of ebia Gigi Dramani. Ebeba yebeka say oh eno man koye man wo ha ba untimi nka. Say o prepare require wenya because he's part of the untimi nka. They will draw in Oliver Glasner's example say at least your coach is bia. The financial argument in the boardroom doesn't favor him. But he's able to say, look, the decision I'm taking, it will make financial sense to the club. But my culture must say, don't come to me asking for resource. And my contract with this year, that's a sign I'm I will leave. Conte is the same thing. Conte. Sign on also here. When he comes and he's promising you consistent performance, he will tell you, say, it comes with this. Luis Enrique is same. And there are some coaches Sana Omusubai Etie. Rich. Man City say they want to power the pressure on Team FN City. And Sanan say what are the trend of City in the Crystal Palace games are? Rich, City Shabako. Na Crystal Palace abebo draw. Na City Ashano. Now Oliver Glasner Abaka say, Omashem Bebedo, I think it was 5-1 or 5-2. The next time we meet them, catch up say, oh, to me, shame me, and we'll share no FA Cup, and we'll share. And is it going to be a situation that ever follow trend in Anna? After Oliver Glasner also beating Pep, will Pep now 10 things around? Now, Emil say, in the midweek, 2 teams in the away in Europe, and they won. City could share Team Efreno. Manchester Real Madrid. Then Crystal Palace share Sherborne in the Conference League. It's only 2 teams they are doing well and they are coming on the backdrop. Say only the confidence results in the free Europe ever. Rich, baby, I make say ube a student of the game. Na ushia a typical Pep, Arteta, Luis Enrique. Jogging club. Meka coaches from 4-3-3. Almost on front 3 no. Meka say, Amorina ABI no man young fan of Manchester United. But the best way to beat those teams, some about Rebecca. Because then you have your 3 center halves having man marking on the front 3. You have your 2 wing backs pulling blocks on the lateral defenders now. They be able to free. Those teams, then you still have numbers within your midfielders, you know, to deal with them. And you know, Oliver Glasner, I in here. I must say, me say I did. Until the be predecessor. So man, you are pro one win. Nasa ebefa we start three back now. So do the peak of the powers of Manchester United are rich. Nisha be deep papa. And that is what Oliver Glasner is doing now. From Man City woman there. Rich.
Menkasa there Haaland to score. Obeje.
Africa far away so.
Obeje. And then Haaland be go.
They will play their game tomorrow.
Ochina. Mateta knows a very good bar. Crystal Palace Mateta.
So you see,
South strikers no more defenders in India.
To say the City in Real Madrid in common. City look favorite on paper. By any name, City team are very, very vulnerable. And with the young from Crystal Palace, Jeremy Pino, and Ketia in the absence of Sarr, and Mateta, Rich, they also can score at any time. They will give them. They can score 10 blocks. Very, very tricky game to predict for a China game. Nobody to be exciting. They are Canadian. Tottenham will come for us.
Tottenham away games, no. How many convincing that?
Tottenham this season, we are better away than home.
Samum.
Yeah.
On my last 2 games, on my boy away now.
Yes, but overall, they are better away than home.
Okay.
And untiminka say, we are midweek Europe or bebre. Not for us midweek Europe. It's a game of Ochina. It will be very, very interesting. I think an over 1.5 game. The same Ochina Rich, Sunderland, hosting Newcastle. Very, very intense game. 2 very, very good footballing teams. And a Beshia Ochina game way will be very, very exciting. Another over 1.5 game. The same Ochina Rich, West Ham against Villa. Villa now is the most informed team in our Premier League or the Arsenal Echo. They are going to face West Ham. West Ham clearly come pick 3 points out of Brighton and Hove Albion. Another very, very interesting game at Ochina. I think this will be our last for Ochina. Brentford Etnefe Abolis United. Into Ochina games today, very, very exciting. Now, enough. And here you can say you zoom into other leagues. Rich, in Premier League, I can only 4 teams play in the Spanish La Liga. Omulusu Ofie, Barca, Atletico Madrid, Elche, and Villarreal. Only 4 teams. Obiansho, Enche, Omo, Ewo, Mufie. Now, why is it significant to bring this? Team Sinibebre Omo last home game for the year. Omo some home game where we are. Social fixtures, especially leagues in the Christmas now. They will not have home game will be for 2025. One of the examples, Rich, Atletico Madrid. They are playing their last home game at Wanda Metropolitano for the year 2025, and it is against Valencia. The last 2 games are any Valencia, but Omusho Mbebre 3-0 any day. It's a game. I am expecting it to be tricky, but I am expecting Atletico to win. According to Massa, there is Atletico on first 11 where they are confirmed. Massa Sisea Nombebo, Jean Oblak, Molina, Rugegui, then Pubel and Hanko 4 and 5. Then in 4, so it's in the 4-4-2. And Koke Barrios, Nico Gonzalez, and a Golemo Simeone, then anymore Soloff. Any Julian Alvarez and Ebebo. Nansemi Valencia ye. They concede a lot of goals. Omo firepower from which are not Danjuma and Duro. Yes, they have 1 or 2 threats to be a team, especially when Gaia and Korea Etifria. But I think at home, being the last game for Atletico Madrid, they can be deceiving sometimes. But I think they will do the job over Tima, your friend Valencia, and Atletico Madrid win. One of the unbeaten teams so Barcelona. Barca against Osasuna. Barca against Anti-Budime. Now, according to all the tabloids, free Catalan Urban, Sausha Omupoabo 11 it is the same. So it means it is likely that the sport has a flick. You see a back four and society. Juan Garcia, Kunde, Bade, Gerard Martin, Kubasi, and Fifino, and as some things kakra ebebem. Eric Garcia will still play as the number 6. It means a Frankie de Jong, ebe free bench aba, Pedri number 8, Rafinha number 10. This time around, Rashford ebe starting game, on one flank, Lamine Yamal and Lewandowski ebe pavy way for Ferran Torres set omo ebe timiabo. Of course, the Punisher anti-Budime. Ebeba town na wabesi akan edi amati my friend Osasuna, but I think say it's one game Barcelona will also win against team your friend Osasuna game means suru good game kakra the Real Madrid game. Rich,
okay,
Real Madrid away to Alaves
Edding
kakra unim de dia. The Real Madrid team. In Penny Biaraka. Oh, since Real Madrid didn't back. Because of me had the record in their last game against Celta Vigo. Until they have to deal with Vanipanas and a ball left back. Antonio Rudiger Kupra. Rudiger Prime.